Hello, Professor. It's Jose Carlos Arevalo. Today I will be explaining on how to use General Education Competencies. The first competency I used was written communication. In a chemistry course, I wrote a research paper about air pollution, and I was able to show my understanding on two competencies through this paper. Point one of written communication is write appropriately to context, audience, and purpose. In my introduction paragraph, I used the proper context and grabbed the audience attention by stating a fact. And at the end, I showed the purpose of the paper by stating preventing air pollution is more beneficial and effective than fixing the issue. Point two of written communication is use appropriate context to illustrate comprehension of a subject. In this paragraph, you can see I stated air pollution occurs when any harmful gases, dust, or smoke enters the atmosphere and contaminates the air, causing difficulties for the plants, animals, and humans to survive as the air becomes dirty. This is a good context to comprehension and it supports my subject. The third point of written communication is execute appropriate conventions particular to a specific discipline and or writing task. In this body paragraph, I use good facts to support and prove my topic. Point four of written communication is use relevant sources to develop ideas that are appropriate for the discipline and genre of the writing. In this body paragraph, I used sources in a proper way to support my topic by stating the world depends on fossil fuels in all aspects, so using renewable energy is cheaper, will provide more jobs to people, and will help prevent air pollution. These sources are used to develop ideas on how to prevent air pollution. Point five of written communication is communicate meaning to readers with clarity and fluency. In this conclusion, I included communicating clearly to the audience and try to influence them to support my cause. A good example of this is the best way for air pollution to be prevented is each person doing something to prevent it and not rely on someone else. To prevent air pollution, spread the word. Social awareness about air pollution is an essential step to be taken for prevention. This conclusion wraps up ideas providing clarity. Also, the entire paper has fluency addressing each point ahead. The next general competency I showed my understanding for in this paper was critical thinking. Point one of critical thinking, evaluate the viewpoints or assumptions of others. In this paragraph, I stated the burning of fossil fuels and vehicles cause air pollution, which has a bad outcome when used too much. These are viewpoints from sources to support my argument. The Great Smog was an expectation of others due to the air pollution. The second point of critical thinking is evaluate their own viewpoints or assumptions. In this paragraph, you can see that I am providing my own assumptions and viewpoints. On this topic, I gathered my own viewpoints from research done. Point three of critical thinking is create a specific position that takes you into account of complexity of an issue. My perspective on this paper was prevention of air pollution is essential now more than ever. Preventing air pollution is more beneficial and effective than fixing the issue. Point four of critical thinking is synthesize information from sources. These three paragraphs shows sources integrated into the paper to support the argument. Point 5 of critical thinking is draw logical conclusion and identify consequences and implications. The conclusion draws together the entire paper to support the importance of the subject and identifies the importance of the subject to avoid consequences. This paper is an example of my understanding of two general competencies. I established the knowledge of written communication and critical thinking. Thank you.